Okay? You guys will start the clock once you're all up there. You just tell me when you're ready and I'll start the clock. And just for the record, you can come out and grab the microphone. You don't have to stand behind the podium. It's just there if you need it, if you want. You can do whatever you want to do. Are we ready? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, 5 minutes starts now.
According to safety, space, environmental use, and pets. Those topics are huge in life, and it is everything you can have when you have a house opposed to an RV. Because in safety, like in a house, you can have like escape routines and stuff if there's a fire or if there's a hurricane, tornado, any of those safety issues. A house would be better to have because you can have escape doors. You can practice having escape routines and stuff. You can practice escape routines in an RV, but where would you go? The door that you come into is the door that you will be able to get out, but what if the fire's around there? You would never know. And in space, what if you have a big family? If you have a big family, you wouldn't be able to have an RV because there would be too much people and like there wouldn't be, there may not be enough like supplies for you there for your family if it's big enough. So not everyone can have an RV. It would just be too much for people. And then some people have medical issues, and they could be like claustrophobic, or if they have to get to the doctor real fast, like every night or whatever, then it would be hard for them to like kind of get well or whatever because there's not enough room for them to breathe. Like they wouldn't be able to have what they need because there's not enough room. In environmental use, in an RV you can't grow plants. You can't have a farm. You can't have any of that. So if you can't have that, it's not as healthy, and you would just be wasting your money more because you'd have to you'd eat more outside of. Yeah, you eat more junk food instead of healthy food outside. And even if you do go to the grocery store and cook something with vegetables and stuff in it, you still be paying more money. And in pets, like everybody wants to have a pet. It's just pretty much obvious. So, and you can't have, like pets are really playful. So you can't have that many pets in an RV because they like to, they need space to play and stuff, and you probably want to play with them too. So there wouldn't be no space for that either, going back to the space thing. And we made a chart representing how much space is, not how much space, but how much is paid for an RV, and people will buy an RV more than an house because every year more money is spent by the house than by the RV than the house because the RV is worth more because of its special features, but the RV has many disadvantages. And then the house would be better because you pay less, and still if you do have to pay like mortgages and stuff, all those add up are still less than you do have to pay for the RV. And what if the RV breaks down? What if the electricity goes out or whatever? Then you would have to pay even more for that added on to just paying for the RV.
Got a minute left. I'd like to hear from other people.
Well, also back to the yard thing. If you own a house, you own property. The yard is the property. If you own an RV, you only have that little RV. And I mentioned the bigger you want the RV, the more money you're gonna have to spend. And then I mentioned an average RV is normally costing about like around $400,000 or $500,000. Our average size house is around like $150,000 or $250,000. In the midst of the house, you still have to care for it, and not like what's in the RV. RV, it's a big car, and it goes a lot, so you need to pay for gas, which is a lot of money. Plus, pets, you can't have that much. Not to mention, RVs are basically for retired people, because for one, people are kind of lazy in this generation. So they have the RV so they can go wherever they want. They can travel the world and all that.
Thank you, guys. I'm going to start the clock at 7 minutes. And Two, I haven't heard from you yet. I'm going to have you fire off the first question. You pick someone over there, and then we'll start the time. All right, Two, I'm starting the clock. Go ahead.
How about like the safety issues?
There might be like escape windows, but there might be fires at those. But you would always have an escape. The companies always want their consumers to be safe, because they might spread the news that like their company has like unsafe products, and so other consumers want to buy from that company.
All right, Sam, you choose somebody to ask your question to.
Dorian, how would you like handle with like insects crawling into your house?
Well, insects does take a small part of your money. It isn't too much, but it is a decent amount of money. And they're not too hard to take care of. You just get exterminated. But compared to the RV money, even with all the things happening to the house, the tornadoes and all that, RV still goes up a little more with the money.
All right, Dorian, you choose one of the other two and ask a question.
Justin, what happens if your generator breaks down that powers all the electricity in RV? What are you going to do?
Well, you would probably most likely have like a whole bunch of other supplies for lighting, like flashlights or backup generators and batteries that power them, like flashlights.
Okay, your question, Justin.
Cyan, like how can like how does like the house like I mean the RV can have pets, but I mean it can't have that much pets, but like the house.
What he's trying to say is mostly like the pets, like you can have as many pets, but you have to keep a required. Like, what about a house? Couldn't they get infested too with pets?
Well, not technically with pets, with bugs, yeah. But normally pets like to jump around and play around a lot, so you might want a yard and stuff. You wouldn't want pets doing their business around your house, would you? So you would want like a yard or something, so that your pet can play around, play with the ball or whatever, and just have fun if you had children or whatever, or if your family was big. And most people do like pets in their house, so they would need a yard with the house so that they can like play around and stuff. And with sports and stuff, kids love to play sports, and they're not able to play sports in your house. Like if they went to a school or whatever and they had cheerleading, basketball, football, they can't play that in your house. It would damage everything. So what are they supposed to do then? You don't have a yard, you have an RV.
Your question, Cyan.
Matthew.
Cyan, you're asking the question. You're asking the question.
That was my question.
Oh, it's for Matthew. I got you.
Well, usually those kinds of sports, they have like practices for teams and stuff. So you can just drive your RV there, and like when it's over, you don't have to drive
all the way home. You could just get a snack right there so they don't have to wait to get something to eat.
Your question, Matthew?
Dory. All of the questions about pets, for all of the statements about pets were specifically towards dogs, but what about cats and fish?
Well, fish, yeah, they're fixed. They can live in an RV. They take up barely any space. Cats, I can kind of see you owning a cat in an RV. But then again, they do set a lot, and it's a little RV, so it's going to be sitting everywhere. Not to mention, you need to feed it, it needs a litter box, it needs stuff to play with and all that. It needs the stuff it needs, and that takes up a lot of space and a lot of money.
Well, these days you can buy like little litter boxes for like $10.
But you still need to pay for the litter. And the food, and the toys, and stuff to get rid of the sick.
All right, you got 2 minutes left, so you guys can just fire them away now if you got. I'm just going to try to control it. Whatever.
But the thing is, it's going to be, what about school? Because you can't go to school because you're driving everywhere, so you need to homeschool. What's the, how are you supposed to do it homeschool?
Well, you could just like stop by a place that has like internet and ask them if you can like use their internet, and you can just like homeschool your children from there.
But you're in the RV. You're using the RV and you're always on the go. How, you're homeschooled. Your RV is your house. How are you going to homeschool?
That's the point. You're just gonna pull up in like a parking lot and like ask the owner of that store if you can like use his internet.
The RV already has internet. So why are you asking someone else for internet?
The RV wouldn't really have internet because it's like on the go everywhere, and like
No, I know RVs do have internet. I've been in an RV once, and we've been going around a lot, and it does have internet. So you're homeschooled, what are you going to do? How is that going to work? You haven't answered my question yet.
well, you probably have to buy a computer so you can like homeschool your children from there.
It's still going to answer the question. You're homeschooling them. That affects them. How? How?
There's like
Don't tell me what to do, tell me how.
there's like a website for teaching.
Okay. That's a wrap.